Welcome again to Living in the 21st Century. Joining me this morning is Vasil Shevchenko, former Transportation Minister of Ukraine. Vasil, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you for having me, my friend.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. I want to start this morning by making a statement that Zelensky would have mentioned recently to Joe Biden. He wanted to figure out if, in other words, he's trying to get permission granted to him to launch missiles into the Russian territory, deep into the Russian territory. He indicated that this would be good for Biden. He would go out strong, out of office, and he would leave a good impact. With this being said, I know that Zelensky wanted this for the longest time. Do you think that Biden may finally pay some attention to this and give the permission that Ukraine can launch missiles deep into the Russia territory?
In my opinion, Ukraine asked about it only just to prevent Russia's serious blow, because that they are able to launch thousands gliding bombs to Ukraine's territory, because Russia is dominating in the sky, and we are limited in fighter jets and storm jets, and because of it, we are not able to stop gliding bombs. And because of it, we have to eliminate their planes at their base. And because of it, Ukraine sides have asked many times about permission for using this bomb against Russia's runways and air base, just to eliminate it. And it's only way to prevent serious blow, and because of it, that Ukraine troops are fighting effectively, but we have no domination in the sky. The only thing, and just to prevent, we need that Ukraine forces have asked about it, because it will allow to move Russia's fighter jets at the further distance from Ukraine's territory, and it's a so-called security zone, because they are launching from this territory gliding bombs, and there are a lot of ballistic missiles launching systems, and they are shelling residential housing. For example, today they have killed 8 civilians, and more than 20 persons were heavily wounded. And it's civilians, it isn't military, and they know that they are shelling civilian cities. For example, today was killed 12 years young boy. And that we are looking for the way to prevent it, or Russia have to stop and withdraw their troops. They are not interested to listening it, but after Ukraine's Ukraine's blow. 2 days ago, 2 days before and today, Ukraine forces have committed many blows, and they were eliminated to Russia's artillery base, and they were eliminated 2,000 tons Russia's artillery and missiles, and there were a big explosion. But Ukraine have been using Ukraine's produced long-range drones, different type of drones, and it's our answer to Russia Federation, because we have no way to stop them. And that, for example, they are launching every day hundreds this kind of bombs, and we are not permitted to intercept Russia's fighter jets above their territory. And this gliding bomb are being launched at the distance from 40 to 60 kilometers from battle line. It means that we are not able to intercept them, and because of it, it's really important things just for discussion. And we have asked about it, and there were a lot of rumors, and now there are a lot of challenges around. We understand that United States is interested in communication with different countries, with the European partners, because spare parts for these long-range missiles are being produced in different countries, and all these countries have to give their permission. It's difficult to wait, because every moment we delay this answer, Ukraine have to pay human rights, Ukraine soldiers' lives. And I think that this discussion have had many challenges, but there are no way out from it. We understand that Russians are not interested in stopping war. They are not interested in ceasefire peace agreement. They only need to stop for a short time, just to produce more and more military ammunition, and to launch further, because their quality of life in Russia is worsening, and they have turned into dictatorship, and dictatorship has no any communication with society. And now they are on the brink of full-scale mobilization. They are going to mobilize new army to arm them, and they will continue if we don't stop them here. It's only challenge. And about it, Zelensky wants to speak with Biden, and he wants to speak with former President Trump, and he wants to speak with Miss Hillary.
Kamala Harris.
Yes, he wants to ask about it, just to demonstrate that he has own opinion and is formed, and he will visit to discuss it. And I think that it's challenging questions, and I think that Joseph Biden understands it, because he is committed the idea to defeat Russia Federation, and he is our big friend, and we are sure that the next president will follow his idea, and will follow democracy and unity between European countries and United States.
Well, there's a lot of complications, I think, at this juncture, excuse me, when it comes to, excuse me, when it comes to giving more financial aid to Ukraine. What impact would this have at this juncture of the war?
First of all, I'd say that this money which were promised head of European Union, who visited Kiev, concerning promises for covering social needs First of all, private not private state sectors. Ukraine, because Ukraine, all money from Ukraine's budget are sending to the military forces, and
thank you, my brother.
because of it, yes, and because of it, we have had many negotiations, and this money was promised as a result of meeting Grade 7. And European Union countries leader who visited commented it that this money will be paid Ukraine at the expense or as the insurance money which are arrested from Russia Federation, because it seems to me 245 billion are arrested in European Union, and all this money can be used for Ukraine's interests, just to strengthen Ukraine's forces and to cover expenditures caused Russia's aggressions against Ukraine. It isn't money from state's budget to European countries.
Well, I know for a fact that the European allies had given a lot of support to Ukraine, but I'm looking at presently our president and waiting for this election time to be over with, that people can really make some concrete decisions. A war is not something we can wait on for the standard political ideas and concepts come together before you get your support. Everything's like, we need it now. We need to get that financial support now. We need to get military transport now. We need to get everything done like now, in seconds, in minutes, as time proceed. And as far as I understood is that there's a lot of delays going on around this. Ukraine can't wait for delays. It's an ongoing war. I don't know where Russia is getting this support from, how you can consistently fund this war, how you can consistently replenish military artillery to get to fighting planes. I mean, I look at their stats recently, and they had lose so much troops, they had lose so much planes, you name it, they have lose it all. And I'm wondering, with Ukrainians penetrating the boundaries of Russia, if they have that support that they are asking for right now to bomb deep within the Russian territories, that it can bring this war to a close to halt, then why should the U.S. government spend so much billions of dollars to continue to support the war when they can make it happen and bring it to an end? How would you see that? I mean, it looked like the Ukrainians can make this war end pretty soon if they get the kind of support they're asking for. Then what I try and figure out what's the sense of not giving you what you asked for to end the war, than having the prolonging of the war. Is it that the United States scared of Russia, that he may do something like launch a nuclear bomb on our facilities or our nation or something like that? I can't figure it out, because something doesn't make sense. Ukraine can bring the war to a halt pretty soon if they get the artillery they're asking for to hit beyond the boundaries of Russia, destroy some of their sites that they are launching weapons from. If they can do that and rightfully defend themselves, I can't understand why United States is not giving them that okay to do that. And if you do proceed to do that without their okay, it's a good likelihood they may withdraw, giving the kind of support you asked for. So you're like between a rock and a hard place. I know that Zelensky is due here within the next 2 weeks. He will meet with President Biden. He's going to meet with Kamala Harris and even Donald Trump. Do do you see where he can actually filtrate their minds and change the philosophy of thinking that if they do that, they can cause a nuclear war, or just give Ukraine what they want and bring this war to a halt that everyone can proceed with their normal lives?
I'm afraid I will not be able to answer for these questions in details.
Yeah.
First of all, it's really important and wide question. But first of all, I'd like to say that Ukraine is get under Russia's full-scale aggressions. And Ukraine is able to defend our territory different way. And for example, if they are bordering security zone, it doesn't mean that Ukraine is going to storm Russia Federation territory, because the usual military are not speaking about battle line or border. They are speaking about more comfortable or less comfortable position to defend territory, because you can see that there are a lot of hills are holding Ukraine's forces, and in this case we can see only about security zone and about main reason to defend our territory without big casualties. And them, I'd say that we have to do it because of lack ammunition. Only we have had many promises to supply to Ukraine ammunition, but in promised time are being supplied only 50% of this ammunition. And Ukraine has launched producing domestic weapon, and Ukraine is producing big number of ammunition. And because of it, we are socializing, and better to say, our officials are socializing with the Europeans and Americans partners that if they are not able to supply Ukraine enough weapons, they can cover our expenditures for producing this weapon. Because, for example, Ukraine is producing biggest number, 155 artillery, and it's Ukraine's company which is producing about 18 motors a month. And we have received cooperation with Denmark, who has covered these prices. And we know that countries who haven't known what is the Russia aggression are not able to understand us, because we are at the battle line. But what will be next if, for example, Ukraine is fallen? Russia will go further, and no country will be able to stop it. And because of it, we are socializing about common challenge, and about now we are fighting and we are asking only about weapon. But if in worst case scenario, they have to use this military equipment themselves, and it will be a little bit different type of war. And now, as we have had many promises to use nuclear weapon and to use different type of hypersonic missiles, but they have used all this arsenal against Ukraine. But Ukraine is fighting. Ukraine is successful in this combat events, and we are ready to go further, just to help us. And it's only questions to our partners. And we understand that this year is quite challenging year, because around the world we will see many election campaign, and all politicians are interested in promoting their own interests. First of all, they are going to get to power, and they can use different speeches, different conversation. But Ms. Kamala Harris visited Ukraine, and she knows how difficult to hold Russia's aggression. Just imagine that it's country which was frightening all country around the world. And now all our partners have understood that they are weak. They are not able to have successful operation at the border line when they are fighting against Ukraine's army. And it has demonstrated that we are able to do all our common work, but just to help us. And about negotiations, I understand that maybe now people who are living in United States can ask questions why we are giving this weapon for Ukraine. But we are not asking about new weapon. We are asking about weapon which is at the storages. And the United States industry is producing it, and you will have new type of equipment and military machines, tanks, and new technology, because you can see that battle line is changing every day. For example, every day different type of drones are being used at the battle line, and yesterday we couldn't imagine that it can work this way. And the weapon, future weapon is creating here at the battle line. And you must understand that Ukraine's forces are able to resist them, and Ukraine's industry are able to produce new type of drones and changing them immediately, because we can see that here are drones and here are interceptors and drones which are moving, which is a gang machine with RPG drones, flying drones. And now it's the industry is developing, military industry is developing here. And after this war would come, Russia will be able to have new technology. But how about European partners? How about countries which were not involved in it? They will have weapon from the past. And because of it, all these questions are really important to understand. And because of it, this war is challenging for all countries. First of all, which against countries who's able and whose promises to resist dictatorship, or instead of democracy, they will have the same dictatorship. Now we can see that so-called military dealing Russia and China, which have withdrawn in the sea 500 ships. It isn't for Ukraine's threat. It's threats for developed world. They have demonstrated that they are able to demonstrate that. Now they are waiting what will be next. How they will have negotiations, with whom they will have negotiations. And this challenging questions must have answer. And first of all, it have to be done in United States, because we know that Joseph Biden is our big friend. He have visited Kiev many times, and he knows a lot about it. And I'm sure that he will be able to help Ukraine and Ukrainians to resist it. And he understands responsibility for this events in Ukraine, and he know how to stop it. But now his partner is going to be the president, Kamala Harris, who is responsible person who understands it too. I cannot say the same about Trump because I don't know how he will act in this case. But now this challenge is our common challenge. It isn't only for Ukraine. For example, you know that in Ukraine there are volunteers from different countries who understand that they have to fight for freedom. They have to fight for their country in Ukraine. And there are many foreigners were killed at the battle line in Ukraine because they understand it and they are responsible persons and they have to stop war in Ukraine, not allowed to spread it to Europe or around the world. And it's only way. I'm not sure that I have managed to answer for your questions in the whole, but yeah, it's my opinion, and sorry if I missed something.
That's okay. Well, we're down to the last, let's say, minute now. If there's any final thing you want to say in the next few seconds, feel free.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you all for joining me today on Living in the 21st Century. Bringing this great intelligent information from Ukraine is Vasil Shevchenko. He's the former Transportation Minister of Ukraine. I also thank you for your insight. And we will be looking forward to continue to speak on the next interview. And for all those who will be tuning in on Living in the 21st Century, have a blessed day.